Hello everyone, welcome back to another Marvel Disney Plus series. Is this the first one this year? Feels like it is. Hawkeye was the last one, right? Time is non-existent. But yeah, this is Moon Knight. And we've got the premiere episode launching today, which is very exciting to kind of get back into some Marvel Disney Plus stuff after a bit of a break. Obviously lots coming our way again this year, as was the case last year. But this is the first one, and I'm very intrigued by this one because it's one of those situations where I really don't know much about the character at all. All I really know about this in particular is the cast. And I think the main character has dissociative identity disorder, I think. Is that what it's called? So yeah, I think that's a very kind of unique perspective from which to frame a superhero around, and it's really cool to kind of see that out there, and hopefully they kind of do good, interesting, appropriate stuff with it. And I can't really say much more than that other than I'm excited because I think the cast look great. The trailers and stuff we've got and I think look really interesting. I love the design of Moon Knight. So I'm excited to see exactly how the story unfolds and what to expect from it, because I have no clue. And I always like kind of getting into characters in the MCU that, I may not be that familiar with. It's the case with like Captain Marvel, for instance. Doctor Strange, when that came out, I didn't really know much about him. Eternals last year. So lots of things like that. I'm just always excited to meet new characters. So the fact that we're getting quite a few of those, I think, this year, kicking off with Moon Knight, is really cool. So I'm excited for this. If you are new to the channel, hi. I have done all the previous Marvel Disney Plus shows, mostly with my friend Connor as well, who I think will be joining me for future episodes of this. He just couldn't do today. But I think he's going to send me his thoughts on the episode and stuff, so we'll probably get to that at the end. But for now, for this first episode, it's just going to be me. But I'm excited, so let's just get right into it. Okay. Got off to a smashing start. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, God. Ugh, just the sound. Yeah. Well, this guy seems like a barrel of laughs. Oh. Oh, he's like a Nemo with one fin. Ah, yes, like... It's tied to like Egyptian stuff, isn't it, I think? I'm excited for that. I really liked Egyptology and stuff growing up.
Still on for 7 tomorrow?
7? Tomorrow?
Best steak in town?
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
You're asking the hour.
You're funny.
Oh.
You got Horus, Osiris, Tefnut, Shu.
Stop, please. If this is some weird audition to tour guide here, the answer's still no.
I know what that's actually crushing to hear. But what I'm trying to do now, I'm not trying to slag off marketing. I don't even know about it until I wake up wherever. Why are you trying to stay awake?
Oh.
If I am going to have a girlfriend at some point, obviously can't have ankle restraints from a bed, can I? That's the definition of a
Well, I mean... Depends, doesn't it? Oh, the sound, so he's known if he's left the bed, right? You can see the footprints. I'm very slow. Oh. Oh, God. Oh.
Go back to sleep, worm.
Oh. Oh.
Don't just stand there. Run!
Well, this escalated. Ah. It's the life and soul of the party with the glass in his shoes.
I judge you in Amit's name with but a fraction of her power.
Oh.
wish you could live to see the world we make.
Oh.
Yet Amit has decided.
Jesus.
Amit!
I'm following.
I know you.
I,
Mercenary.
You will give him nothing.
No. God, that's gotta be so crazy.
Go! I'm trying to
Oh my god.
I'm trying to give it to you! Wait!
No, the idiot's back.
oh,
Whoa.
sorry.
Oh my god. Why are there so many of them?
Stephen is having a day. Oh, look at all those chickens. Best character so far. I want to see when he switches though. I want to see the cool stuff. I know they're building up to that.
He just threw the gun.
Probably fair. Oh shit. Oh. It was all just a dream, except it wasn't. Uh-oh. Is it a different goldfish? Has he got both fins?
Are you still expecting one more? Not looking so good, is it?
Oh, buddy.
I ate steak by myself, thanks. 2 days ago.
What? I thought we said Friday, today.
Right.
Oh,
Sunday.
wrong day. Oh no, you slept for a while.
I'll have the best bit. Steak. That's the bit that I want.
Aw.
Send a couple of it.
It would be a mistake otherwise. How much is the rent in this place though? In London, this flat's huge. Now this is how my love life looks. This is the relatability I'm here for. Seems the other guy pick and chooses when to cover up his mess. But I suppose he doesn't have control over when he takes over the body either. Oh, was that Nokia? That thing ain't getting destroyed anytime soon. Layla. Her name was Layla. She was a dude champ. It's all very well and good hiding the phone away if you then just leave the volume on.
I've been texting and calling you for months. You couldn't give me any sign that you were okay.
Oh. Well, what's going to be in the mirror? Oh, that's... Oh, man, that's creepy. Whoa, hi. Oh. Ah, an old woman. His greatest enemy. Oh. Who's letting the pregnant woman stand up on the bus? Oh.
Hey, how you doing, mate? How's it going, Scott? It's Stephen. I'm just watching lots of videos again. You're adorable, mate. Great, there.
Utterly adorable.
I need you to keep...
So you really do work here? I assumed Stephen Grant was an alias. I imagine a surprise to find you here.
Excuse me, Ronnie. This man right here has been following me. No, I don't know. Yes, I would.
Well,
Ronnie.
Ronnie,
Oh,
how could you?
Do you know Hud?
Not personally.
Do I know? Oh, no, not personally.
But she was betrayed
Was she?
by indolent fellow gods,
Oh,
By even her own avatar.
avatars. Blue people. Love that film.
By
Mm.
Anime.
Stephen, stop it.
Another Disney property? Never.
Do you want to know the truth?
I'm good, thanks. Did he not make up its mind?
There's chaos in here.
Well, bye.
Go!
Night at the museum. Moon night at the museum. Who's gonna haunt you now? Is it the ghost of Christmas fucking past or something?
Where are you?
Do you think you're gonna wanna know? It's gonna be a weird dog creature monster thing. Oh. Oh boy. Well.
Give me the scarab, and you won't be torn apart.
It's really nice. God. Bad dog.
You're not gonna die. Let me save us.
This guy's gonna leave a mark. Ha! There it is. Oh. He looks badass. Damn, is that it? Ah. Okay, so that was the first episode of Moon Knight. I loved it. I think out of all the Disney Plus shows, I think that's the strongest first episode we've gotten thus far. I really loved just seeing what life is like for Stephen right now, and I'm looking forward to finding out a bit more about exactly when all this kind of thing started with him. Was he always had that? Is it like a recent development? He's obviously, I think it must have been a decent amount of time, because he takes these same precautions every single day, taping up the door and putting the sand around his bed, strapping a leg to the bed. So, it's clearly something he's like, okay, I've dealt with this long enough that I need to do this and this and this to prepare. So he kind of has that routine. And yeah, things are clearly just escalating more and more, and now that's dragged, Ethan Hawke's character into it. I can't remember what his character's name was. I know he said it. But it was on the tip of my tongue and I just forgot it. Arthur. I want to say Arthur. Either way, Ethan Hawke's character, just in case I'm wrong. Now that's been dragged into it, and the scarab and everything. So clearly Mark, who I would assume is the titular Moon Knight, what he gets up to when he's in control of the body, that's things are, I guess, escalating with that, and now that's therefore having to drag Stephen into things because they share this body. But like, how did that actually start? What's the origin behind Mark and what he does? It's like this mercenary kind of deal. I'm really excited to find out more about that backstory and how that came about, and all the ties to like Egyptian gods and things like that, all those kind of myths and legends. I've always been really interested in those ever since I was a kid. I remember very vividly always enjoying those topics in school and stuff when we did Egyptology and ancient Egypt stuff. I really, really loved it a lot. So the fact that there's ties to that in this as well, and it seems Ethan Hawke, his character, kind of follows one of these gods and believes in like releasing her, I think he mentioned, to, I guess, punish people for things they haven't done yet, is kind of her whole shtick. So that's an interesting idea as well, and I'm excited to see where the story goes with that and how this all fits together. And I guess we found a sort of balance in a way between Stephen and Mark at the end, because Stephen's like, I don't want to die, so sure, Mark, take over. And then we got the shot of the costume and everything. Love that. I think the costume and everything, the design of it is so cool. And I can't wait to get a proper glimpse of that interaction, because I know it's just like the way the story needs to go for the first episode, and structurally it makes more sense. But I do kind of feel like, we missed out on seeing some really cool stuff, because it then has to just cut to Stephen and his perspective, because it just goes back to him waking up then, and everything really cool and badass has already happened. But got to save his budget for those later episodes, I suppose. I mean, not that they needed to save budget, it's Disney and Marvel, but you know, I think it makes sense structurally, but I'm kind of like, oh, I really want to see that. So the fact that I'm sure we'll get, you know, more than enough to make up for that, it makes sense. And I could see them even doing like an episode or two across the next 5 that we're going to get. You know, that's mainly from Mark's point of view, and you know, Stephen is maybe the voice in his head. I don't know how it works vice versa, so that'd be cool to see that as well. But I really like Stephen a lot. I think Oscar Isaac's fantastic in this. You know, he's instantly likable, I found, and very relatable at times. It's just kind of like an bless you, bless him. And he's just trying to make best with this crazy situation he's being thrown into, and trying to make best with his day-to-day life. You know, he's got the little things like with him and his goldfish. You know, I thought that was quite sweet. And I guess when Mark was in charge, he tried to do Stephen a favour and like ask out the girl he liked, but then when he then took over the body again and did his escapades for like 2 days, Stephen therefore missed out on the date. So, you know, the trials and tribulations of being, you know, a superhero, I suppose, in that vein. I like them exploring that, and I'm sure that will be, you know, continuously delved into the further we get. But yeah, I've really enjoyed all of that side. I'm looking forward to seeing a bit more like, you know, Mark's backstory and how that all came about, them sharing the same body, and you know, how he started out being a mercenary and stuff. I'm sure that's going to come, but I did like, as a first episode, it makes sense to spend time with the person being thrown into all this, as we as the audience get thrown into it with him. So lots of ties with all of this crazy stuff happening, and then that weird dog monster thing at the end. So I'm sure we're going to see Stephen and Mark try and find more of a balance as the show kind of progresses. So yeah, I really liked that, and some good kind of action sequences in there. I liked the thing, he was driving the cupcake van to wake me up before you go, which is not something I would have predicted going into this, I must say. That's not a scene I expected to find. But I did like that. I liked some of the humour in this. I think, you know, good balance of that. It wasn't too much, I don't think. So yeah, all really impressive from start to finish. Like right from the off, I was really into it. My opening scene with Ethan Hawke putting the glass in his sandals, you know, it shows how far he's willing to go for his beliefs and what he follows, and people following him in turn. You know, that village that Stephen ended up waking up in, you know, there's clearly some kind of, you know, big following going on with that, and I'm excited to see Ethan Hawke's backstory and how he got these powers and that scale and everything, how he could like be judge, jury and executioner on behalf of that god. So yeah, I think there's a really intriguing story there, and I'm looking forward to them exploring that a bit more and just putting those pieces together. It's always going to be a satisfying thing, so I can't wait for that. You know, we had the whole thing with this other phone that Stephen found, and that woman was like, I haven't heard from you in months, like, who is she? How's that going to connect to things? You know, what's Mark's history with her? As Mark and Stephen kind of, I guess, spend more time together in a way, and one of them talking to the other, I suppose, either way. You know, we're going to kind of learn a bit more about that. So I'm really excited. Yeah, I really, outside of like the trailers we'd gotten, I hadn't really done much research into like the Moon Knight character or anything, so I kind of wanted to be surprised by this. And I was very pleasantly surprised by it. I think Oscar Isaac is doing really great stuff. You know, I really felt for him as Stephen, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he brings to like the Mark side of things as well. I think the Moon Knight costume and everything looks awesome. I can't wait to see more of that in action. Everything with Ethan Hawke's side of the story I'm intrigued by as well. I just like the whole kind of setting and the setup with all this like Egyptology and Egyptian myths, legends, all of that. Really cool, and you know, just a very unique kind of setup, I think, for a hero. And I think while Mark is the one doing all the badass shit and he's the one donning the costume and everything, you know, is it going to be a journey of Stephen's also going to become a hero in his own right, and maybe share the mantle in a way as time goes on with it. You know, that's a lot to ask, I guess, from 6 episodes, and I don't know if this is going to be like a multi-season thing they have plans for, if it's just going to be like, okay, 6 episodes, there he is, and then maybe Moon Knight will be in other shows or movies later on down the line, but this is like the only solo thing he's going to get. I have no idea, and obviously they're not going to reveal those plans anytime soon anyway. But for now, I'm really, really excited for more of this. Really kick-ass first episode, I felt. Just so impressive from start to finish. And yeah, I would say for me, this is the best first episode we've gotten of a Disney Plus show thus far. So yeah, I'm really hyped to see more. I think this was a very, very good start. They did a great job, I think, of kind of showing us, what Steven's situation is and setting up a few mysteries for exactly what is going on with the Mark side of things and what he's getting up to, what he's found himself involved with Ethan Hawke and everything. Yeah, it's going to be really cool to see this all unfold. And yeah, I hope the series kind of continues on as strong as the note as this first one is, because if it does, I think it could easily be a very, very strong entry into the MCU Disney Plus fold, and easily probably one of my favourites if it keeps up this level of quality. So far, I think WandaVision and Hawkeye are kind of like my top two. So we'll see how Moon Knight fits in, I guess, by the end. But yeah, really, really great first episode. I'm so excited to see where it goes. And I guess we'll find out next week. And let me just quickly get my friend Connor's thoughts up, just in case people were wondering, because he has joined me on the other reactions. Intriguing so far. Laughed too much at the oh bugger scene where everyone knelt around him. That was funny. And when the old lady in the chicken van stuck a middle finger up at him. Yes, that was very funny as well. Very interesting. I feel like I say that at the end of every first episode of a Marvel show. Yeah, that's fair. Love some of the visuals, especially when it comes to the use of mirrors and the horror aspects. The view of the dog monster in the mirror was excellent. Yes, I noticed that. You can kind of see it in like one of the cabinets as well, the dog, as it was approaching him. That was very cool. So I do like the kind of horror-y, twisty elements as well. Separates it and makes it, very unique all over again. Oscar Isaac's great. Really enjoyed it. Intrigued to see where it goes and what its place in the wider MCU is I felt there wasn't too many connections in this episode. Either way, really good. More, please. Yeah, I think they've even said like this is a very, very separate thing for the MCU. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's just no connections whatsoever. And I don't need connections, I think things can have worth without having to have a cameo or something connecting or mention Tony Stark or whatever, So we'll see. It feels like a very separate story right now, and I think that might be to its strength, quite honestly. So, you never know. Things might change as the story progresses on. But yeah, fantastic start. I loved it. Can't wait for more. And that is going to be everything for now. I hope you enjoyed. I hope Disney didn't block this instantly. Let's see how they treat Moonlight compared to their shows, shall we? It's going to be fun. This is one thing that has been quite something with reacting to these shows. So we'll see how that goes. But hopefully you're watching this. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on the first episode and what you'd hope to see from the series. If you're more familiar with Moon Knight than me, also kind of let me know a bit more about the character, I guess, and maybe nothing that could easily be spoilery to the show. So that's probably quite a big ask, really, isn't it? Tell me everything about Moon Knight, but don't spoil the show, because who knows how they're going to adapt things and what they're going to adapt about the comics. Either way, let me know your thoughts on the first episode, and I will see you for the next one next week. But that's going to be everything for now, and until my next reaction, thanks for watching.